looking best video for Learn Speaking English, then you are placed on right Spoken English Learning YouTube channel. In this channel through you can find best speaking English course, easy English learning video, tips and tricks to learn spoken English in very simple way. Hope our channel through you can learn speaking English and also improve your listening English. So let's start.
Alright, so today we shall talk about English conversations and learning English. But first, here's a little introduction about improving your English skills and some important tips on about how to improve your English language speaking. English is the language of capitalism. It has got a very secure future. It has been accepted globally as a common language for trade and technology. It is the language of the business world. It is the language of success, and everybody wants to be an expert in English. It is loved by one and all. In our country, India, a country of biggest human resource in the world, English came with the British and stayed behind as it was adapted and adopted during the past decades. It has been accepted as a language of medium of instructions at schools and colleges. It has become a matter of prestige for a majority of Indians who nourish a desire to be expert in English language, both oral and written. When you learn an international language, it widens your horizons and interests. The main thing about English is confidence. Confidence is a very important element in learning to speak a language. Many learners worry that they are going to make a mistake, or that the people listening will not understand them. How can you learn to relax when you want to speak English? First, look at a piece of real English taken from an interview with tennis star Gronin Ivanišek just after he had won the Wimbledon tennis championship. This was my dream all my life, and to serve for the match. Certainly I have a match point out of nowhere. I came here, nobody even talked about me. Now I'm holding this trophy. And it's just this support today is like, I was 3 times in the final, but this is just unbelievable. This is too good. Now, in this conversation, the first question is, how does Gronin feel about us win? Which words tell you this? And another question is, look for the following words, sounds or phrases. This is, it's. Why do you think he repeats these words? When an interview like this is converted into written format, you can notice that oral is not grammatically accurate. For becoming a better speaker, you will have to develop fluency over accuracy. Though accuracy cannot be underrated, yet acquiring fluency in oral language should be the final goal. All English-speaking programs emphasize more fluency than accuracy. Therefore, it is asserted that one must not waste time on learning the rules of grammar. Grammatical accuracy of language will come inevitably with time. Now here are a few more tips about talking in English. So first of all, hi. I'm here to talk about English and your problems concerning it. I want to talk about everything here in a simple manner to make you capable of speaking in all-time good English. Do you have any problem in speaking in English? Oh, it was not your mother tongue. None at home spoke it. So English is your second language. You have learned it at school as a second language, and you did not get an opportunity to speak in English. Let us start today. Let us talk about English, the language that you already know. Ask yourself, do I know English? And ask what is the answer. If you ask me the same question, do you know English? My reply would be, yes, I do. I know English well. Can you speak in English? Yes, I can. Can we talk in English? Or, no, I cannot. I cannot talk. My English is not good. Or, I agree your English is not as good as mine, but even then, we can start talking. I want to encourage you. Come on, leave your hesitation. Let us start speaking. Oh, please. This is a part of an ordinary conversation which takes place everywhere. When people with hesitation refuse to change themselves over English, the matter can be resolved quite amicably. Look how we do it. Do you know swimming? Yes, I do. I know swimming. How did you learn it? Why? I learned it by swimming. Did you learn it by its rules and laws? Why rules? Man, I did not learn by theory. I did everything in water, practically. Wow, all practically? Yes, practically, and in water. Okay, can't we do the same as you did with swimming? Now, English is not a difficult language. It is, after all, a language like any other languages of the world. The only difference is that it is more popular and has become more acceptable than any other language of the world. It is spoken by people of all hues and shades, rich and poor. It has more variations than any other language of the world, because it is used by a large number of people living geographically apart. It is used for communication, technical and businesses, national and international. So it has got its standards, grammars, and rules, and that are respected all over the world. Here, we are not to discuss its variety or its rules. Our purpose is to share some analogies so that you acquire an oral control over it. Remember, it is not a difficult language, and it is the language of people used for communication. By communication, we imply that it is used to convey as means of communication. What do you think, or what you have on your mind to others? English has got its sentence structure from the natives of England and other English-speaking areas. We call them the patrons of language. A patron is a specialized arrangement of words in a fixed order to carry the meaning for communication. Every language has its own patrons, its own distinct culture, and a distinguishable language habit. A language is learned by use orally or in writing. The more you are exposed to English language, the better you are likely to be in it. Just listen to the patrons and make them your own. Rehearse them, speak them when you are alone, or talk to yourself. They must form part of your language habits, especially English language habits. A mirror will be your initial guide. Speak before the mirror. I found it very useful. A good friend they say, is like a true mirror. It mirrors your flaws and features, and you will be your best judge. Change the way you want to look. Now, patterns of conversation. We often talk about many things. Man being a social animal, interacting with others, those around him, is very significant. The interaction helps him to identify himself with the environment. Interacting with others for various social and personal purposes is known as conversation. A conversation is a two-way interaction, which involves both listening and speaking, and it arouses our interest in others, their actions, thinking, and their life. A conversation is significant as it joins people together and weaves a social bonding. At workplace, conversation helps to build a team, a community, and a group where man can share his ideas, thinking, and can muster support for his cause. During conversation, we use only those patterns, sentence structures, which are socially acceptable and carry our ideas. Every society, with its own cultural orientation, has a definite way of conversation. This defined way of conversation changes with the time and trends. What are the various patterns of communication and conversation? Since English is accepted by one and all as an international language, we shall confine our area to sentence structure and conversation patterns of English language only. Mostly, conversation begins with a question that arises out of our genuine curiosity about people and things around us. A question purposely seeks some information. If you want to know something, you will ask a question. In English, there are two ways of asking questions. They may begin either with an interrogative pronoun or a verb, or an auxiliary verb. Now, pay attention to the following questions. Question 1. Where are you going? Question 2. Are you going home? The first question seeks information about the place where you are going, while the second question seeks confirmation about your action of going, or whether or not you're going home can be confirmed by a simple yes or a no. To give the answer to the first question, you will need to provide the name of the place. You can form the questions and the answer will be with explicit information. Just like, I'm going home. No, I'm not going home. I'm going to office. What are you doing? I'm reading a book. Are you reading a book? Yes, I'm reading a book. No, I'm not reading a book. I'm writing my diary. Are you running? Yes, I'm running. I'm running to reach the station early. I don't want to miss the first train. Question tags are very interesting. Now pay attention to the following sentences. Questions are formed neither with interrogative pronouns nor with verbs, but they come from question tags, tagged to a sentence. I think you need this book, don't you? You have had your breakfast, haven't you? She does want to meet me, does she? You don't want to give this book to her, do you? Now, answer to all these questions is simply a yes or no. they can be expanded in full sentences. You do not need this book, do you? No, I don't need this book. I hope you're going to your office, aren't you? The answer to this will be, yes, sure, I'm going to my office. While answering such questions, use the sentence structure which has been used into the question. Activity. Answer the question into 4 or 5 sentences using the structure similar to a question. What are you doing? Now describe your action. What are you doing in 4 to 5 sentences and mention everything you're doing in the last few minutes. Activity. You have asked your friend the same question. Now tell us what he's doing. What do you want in your life? Now the answer to this question will be, describe all that you want in your life. Your sentences should have I want plus noun or I want to plus verb and action word. Another question, are you satisfied with your life? Do you want to get something more? What do you want to get? Now here's another situation. You are visiting a shopping mall. You find a large number of goods under one roof. Tell your mind what you want to buy or like buy and what you want to avoid. You should begin by saying, I like to buy this and I don't like to this. For don't like, I hate to buy can be used as well. Another question, what do you like to eat, sir? If someone asks you this question, look at the menu and try answering your choice, placing the order for your breakfast or for your meal. You could also be asked a question like, what do you have for breakfast? You have asked the bearer and he places before you the menu of things. Imagine how he would tell you about all kind of food available in the restaurant. Begin your details like this. We have dash, like whatever options you have available. Now here's another example if you go to a shopping mall. May I help you? Your name. You may come across such an offer at the shopping mall or at the reception of any office. The person really wants to know the purpose of you being here. He is gentler in tone. Instead of saying, what do you want? He's asking you if he can help you. Now you can give the answer. Okay, ask him, how does the washing machine work? Let him answer your query by telling you the whole process. Use simple present to explain the process. The only thing you need to bear in mind is to use s or es for the verb. If it goes with it, he, she, the noun like washing machine, electricity. Here's the sentence as an example. This is a washing machine. It works with electricity. It is used for dash. You can explain the purpose of it or what it actually does. Now here are a few tips about talking about sports. For using imperative sentences while giving instructions or explaining the process. Hello, I am dash. I want to talk about your favorite game. Do you know any sport? How many sports do you know? Which these is your favorite? We use which, then there are many things to choose from. For example, which of the 5 books you want? Of 5 books, I need only this one. And why? When talking about your something and answering why, try to include because in the sentence. I like it because you can give the reason. This is my favorite game because, then you can again give the reason. I know it because, dash. I don't like it because, dash. Ask these questions to your friends and people around and note down their answers. How these are different from yours. Do you play it every day? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't.